Right guys, I hope you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. I thought rather than video it and edit and all the rest of it, I'd just do it live. So I'm going to do some resin today. Oh, I need my spatula. I need my trusty spatula, I forgot that. I thought I had everything ready. But there we go. Unless it's in here. So it must be in one of these boxes over here. Because this is my craft boxes over here. Or some of them anyway. For craft that I am doing at the present time. But, which is daft really because I do all kinds of crafts all together. There we go, there's my sister spatula. No, it's not. Where is it? Melt wherever you are. There it is, found it. There. I've got it long. Oh, it's hard work. So what I thought I'd do today is do a couple of bits and bobs. I've got some sheep to do for an order. I've got a peacock to do for an order. I've got a load of round posters done, so I need to do a coaster holder, so I'm going to do that. I've got some leaf molds that I need to do, and I'm just going to, I'm not doing that one, I was going to do that one. I might just give that one a dome, put the other one clear on, so I'm not going to be doing that. I still haven't decided what I'm doing with the square ones yet, so if anybody's got any opinion on that, I'd be greatly appreciated. Sorry the chat is so far away, I won't be able to see it because I've had to put the computer on the desk. So if I don't respond to you straight away, it's because I can't see your comment. So I don't know what to do with these square ones yet. I don't know whether to dome them and leave them as they are, or to put clay on the back of them. Haven't decided yet. But I've got my colours ready here. I've got my stirrers ready. One for that one. One for that one. And I've got a level surface today because I've taken my, I think what was last time was the cutting mat that I had on, my large cutting mat, which was uneven at the top, so I think that's what was making it all uneven. So I've got some, I've got them out, I know I did. Are they in here? Oh yes, in here. So I've got my dies out as well because I'm just going to do some swirly die things. Hello Jackie. Well, I'm playing with resin today. So I was just saying I've got some sheep to do for an order, I've got peacock to do for an order. I'm going to have a go doing those emojis. I've got a load of round cup holders, so I need round coasters, so I need a coaster holder for that. So I'm going to do that today. I'm also going to have a play with one of these with some fairies that I made earlier. I'm going to put them in a flower coaster mould and see what it comes out like, because they are clear resin and I'm going to use clear resin again. So I'm not sure whether it'll just blend in or whether because the glitter is in the moulded shape, it'll show the fairies up. So we're going to have a go at that. I was also going to, I've done some clay flowers. I don't know if you can see that from that distance away, but little clay flowers. So what I'm going to do in orange is put some of the petals that I did inside this dome. inside this dome, and hopefully that will give it a nice colour in the mould. So we'll see what that looks like, and then just the lid on the top. So that's just a dome mould. So all I've done is put some leaves, like little petals, in the bottom of that. So that's that. I'm just going to put the lid on now, because if you put the lid on when there's resin in, it gets everywhere, it goes everywhere. Well, we took them to Dudley View. I had my grandbabies on Monday. Well, not grandbabies. They are my adopted grandbabies. They're my best friend, her children. I don't have any grandchildren as yet. So they're her children. And they're like my grandbabies. I see them that often, and that's what they sometimes refer to me as Nanny Lise, which I love. So, gloves on, safety first with resin. A new jug, if you know what happened the last time. Right, well, we're just going to do 200 ml, and I'm going to work really quickly with it, because the last time it hardened in the jug and I lost a lot. I got about a quarter and a half out of it. The reason I lost it was because I made a mess and I had to clean the mess up. So, but once it's mixed, it starts to set straight away. What is this? 2 to 1, isn't it? No, 2A to 1B. So, and then we just start mixing, and we mix for about 3 minutes. So, let's start the mixing process. So it goes like a pale colour, and then it'll go clear again once it's fully mixed. And you just mix slowly so that you get no bubbles in. So did they enjoy Dudley Zoo? Whereabouts is that Dudley Zoo? I've never been there. Whereabouts are you, Jackie? You're in the UK, I imagine, are you? So yes, I had my adopted grandbabies. They stayed over. Well, last week I had just the one, the youngest one. He came and stayed over all by himself, and he was so pleased. And he got to sleep in a really big bed. And it is a big bed. It's a double bed, but it was handmade by a dad. It was handmade by a dad, and he came and he stayed over, and he was so pleased he got to sleep in Nina's big bed. Nina was away, thankfully. Good morning, Danielle, and how are you this fine morning? It is afternoon to us, yes. And how are you? I'm just playing with resin, Danielle. I've got some bits and bobs I need to get done for orders, so I'm doing that. And then I'm going to play and do some little emojis, because I've got a chocolate emoji mold. And I thought, well, I think that will work really well with resin, so I'm going to have a go. So just in the mixing process now, and I was telling you, I had my grandbabies, well, my adopted grandbabies stay over, and we had lots of fun. It was great. We played with clay with the youngest one when he came by himself. We played with clay, and we played with cars and we watched some telly. Paw Patrol, the new one that we're watching at the minute is Paw Patrol, which is quite good. I quite like that. I don't mind that program. Sorry if I keep straining to see it, and I've got my glasses on. It's because the computer is quite away so you can see the whole table, because I don't want the computer next to the resin, just in case I have any accidents. I don't want accidents happening. I think that's about done now, so I'm going to leave that at that. So now we have to work really quickly. So I'm going to do the peacock first because that's ready. All I've done is painted the peacock with some miso powder in blue, and then I'm pouring a clear resin over the top of it. Making sure we're getting to all the little nooks and crannies, because this is quite a complex mould with lots of feathers, and it's really nice. It makes a nice hair slide, or use my pointy tool. Nice hair slide, or it would make a lovely pendant key ring. All kinds of different things. I have made it into a hair slide already once. That's the finished look with the blue. I know it's hard for you to see. Which resin am I using? I'm using Epoxy. Is it Epoxy? Yeah, Epoxy from Germany. I got a really good deal on it. I got 600. Can't find my pointer tool, and I don't want to be wasting time. So I'll just use this little plastic thing. Yeah. So I'm using Epoxy. I got a great good deal. I got it from Amazon, and I got it for 50. I think I paid £63 for it altogether, and that was including delivery. And yeah, including delivery. And what I'll do as well is put a little bit dots of dyes in this one. And I will put orange, I think. I'm into orange at the minute. So all I do is I put a few dots of the ink, like the dye for the resin, and then I get my pointer tool and I just pull it through the resin. Make sure the fairies are okay, and then pull the dye through the resin, and it gives a lovely shape to it. Okay, and then just top that up. Don't be so full, but just a little tiny smidgen more. And then we're going to push that to the far end of the table. And we'll just leave that one like that. Then we're going to do the coaster mold. Now what I've done with the coaster mold is I've got some resin flowers that I made in the greens. You saw them on the last slide that I did. So what I've done is I've just put them round the side, the small ones, and I'm going to pour some resin in. And then I'm going to, I don't know whether they'll have to sand points down. No, they're not going to work. They're not going to work, so we'll just coat them in resin, take them out. and there can be sat. And we'll just have them coated in resin. Give them a nice shine and just leave the bottom clear. We'll just make sure there's no bubbles, get rid of the bubbles. There, make sure it's nice and full. Pop those bubbles. Just like squeeze on the outside. And then again, push that one up carefully to the top of the table so that it's out of my way. Right, and finally we've got this little ball to do. Just for those who've just come in later, Danielle, I've put some little orange flowers in the bottom of it, like petals that are resin, and I'm just gonna pour this slowly into here. Until it's full. And we're halfway there now. Ooh, then the movement of this one is really difficult. Because if you squeeze it, it's always good to have some wet wipes handy for this kind of situation. Oh, it's coming off. This is what I hate about this one. It's not a very good join. So it can leak something terrible. But I thought I'd give it another go. I'm not overly chuffed with it. Look up again, we'll see how that goes. Right, then I'm just going to dome this. There we go. Right, now we've got a little bit left over. We'll do the yellow with the leftovers because I don't think I'll have enough to do. So the next one we'll mix another batch and we'll do it black with the bird that I'm doing. So put in some micro powder, the Soap Beautiful micro powder that I've got. to make a nice yellow for me little emojis. Now I'm not going to fill these to the top because they're quite deep. And I don't want them really deep. I just want them maybe half. I'm just gonna what I might do is get my got a little dropper tube here. I got with the resin, so I'm just going to use that. And so I'm just going to continue doing this. Amongst yourselves. So what else have you been up to? Did the kids enjoy Dudley Zoo? What were their favourite animals? No, better. So what I'll do once these are set, I'll no more. I'll paint them. I'll paint the faces on them and give them the red mouths, the black eyes with a fine paintbrush like I did with the clay ones. Top them all up. Half full, I think. Whatever's left over, I'm going to put in the elephant. I want to make him a little bit rainbowy. No, it's got that done. Move these out the way. Just put that there, bring my elephant down, and then just pour the rest. Oh, that should go like this. Just pour the rest into the elephant. And these spatulas are great because they help you get every last little bit out. And then all I do is clean it out with a wet wipe. These are amazing, these things. Got this hint and tip from Annie. The alcohol in the white cleans the resin, stops it, you know. So that we'll put the elephant back there, out the way, and we'll mix some more resin. Do you want to watch me do any more, or do you want me to do this and then show you later? Are you quite happy to watch me work, Jackie? Let's do another. I'm going to do a couple of big ones now. So well, let's do 400 mils. And we'll work really quickly with it once it's mixed. Right, again, you want to mix this for about 3 minutes. It is leaking that. Annoyingly. I think I need another one of these things with a better seal on it. Right. So the next colour I'm going to do is the black. And then I'm going to do white. But first of all, I'm going to do these leaves. I'm going to do these leaves. And I'm going to do them the same way as I did that orange with the dyes. Pull the dyes. While I'm stirring that, I'll look at what colour dyes I want. I think I'll do a purple and a pink together. A blue, yeah, blue, we'll do blue. I have no drink yet. So this afternoon, I won't be able to do any more work on that table. So I might do some diamond painting. I've just opened up one of the pictures from the Easy unsubscription box, and it's looking very good. It's quite sticky. It's the wolf one. It's quite sticky and it's round. It's got quite a number of colours in, and it's confetti-ish, but there's quite a lot of places you could use a multi-placer, which is good. Always good if you can use a multi-placer. Although they're square drills, whenever I've done one of theirs with the square drills, you need to single place them because they're very tight fitting and you've got to get it as precise as possible. So it's better off if you use a single placer. That's done now. So again, let's just get these leaves poured out. So these leave coaster molds. Right, we've got some in. So then we'll get our dyes. In fact, no, I'll play with the dyes after I've got everything poured because I don't want the resin to set. I want to get rid of the So we'll just move them to one side for now, and I'll come back to them once we've got everything else poured. Just I want to clear resin for those. Right, so we've got our black here, so the blacks for the bird, I've got a bird I want to do. And the last time I did it clear, and it was nice, but you couldn't really see the details on it, and I thought maybe if I did it in a darker colour, it would be better. So what I've done is I've mixed Soap Beautiful's Silver Black, and I've mixed a little bit of the same colour as that. I can't remember what to call it, but it's another powder I bought from Wish, I think it was. And it's got like a slight purpley, bluey tint to it. And I thought that would make lovely colours to add to it to make it look blackbirdy. So we're just going to fill this, and I think it'll take more than that. So what I'll do is I'll fill it with this, then just add clear resin and mix it in the mould. I normally do, because I've no idea how much this will take. So let's go. We're going to get halfway through, and then I'm going to squeeze it, make sure it's in all the nooks and crannies feather out, and then top it up. And yeah, I've got enough. I'm just going to try and get rid of those bubbles. Off the top. There we go. We're just going to put that to one side for the time being. I might mix it with the, I'll do is I'll put a little bit of this in the bottom here. The sheet of black fleece. And then you need to mix some more white. Oh, I was going to do one of those teddies in black. Will that work now? what I'll do is I will get my little dropper, take some out of the bottom of this and fill the bear up first. And then whatever's left can stay in the bottom of the sheet. There we go. And just a bubble on the top of there, pop that. And then that's that done. Right, so we want everything else now is going to be white. So we'll just put that to one side. We'll mix the rest of this white. We'll clean our spatula off because it's got black on it. I don't want black mixed in. So we'll clean that off. And we'll put a good white in there. And again, it's a so beautiful white. And we'll just mix that in there. Still cold, so we've still got plenty of time. The last time I had left it for a while because I'd made right mess. Because table wasn't level, and I topped the stuff up and it spilt over. And then every time I moved something, it just was a crazy day that day. And so I was, and then this started to get hot, and it got so hot, there was steam rising from the top of it. And it just started to solidify, and I managed to get the peacock and something else out of it, and then it just went. I had to bin the jug, the works, everything had to go. Hence I'm using a new jug, and this jug's much nicer than the last one. And there's our white nicely mixed in. It's like a pearlized silver white. It's lovely. So let's do the sheet, top up this sheet first. Just going to make it like a nice coffee colour. Leave it a bit. Top that right up to the top, but we need to make sure we get his feet. There we go. And these are nice firm molds that you can actually lift and move. That mold is slightly wonky, I think. That's better. So that's the two sheep done. Now we've got the bear to do. There's the bear done. And finally, our elephant. Now I'm going to add a little bit of pink in with this elephant. I've got a little bit of pink here. I just want a small amount. this is again Soap Pink Blush, I think it is. So Beautiful Blush. So I'm just going to pour that in areas around. Then I'm going to pour the rest of the white in. Make sure it gets into the little, we've got no bubbles in the trunk and the ears. Once it's half filled, just start squeezing and make sure it's in all the little bits. And before it's full, what I'm going to do is get my little stirrer and I'm just going to move the colour about a bit. And this is what I did once, and I did it by accident with this elephant. Because I ran out of stuff and I just topped it up with a bit of pink that I had. And it gave it a lovely effect. So I'm trying to mimic the effect that that had. I don't know whether it'll work, but it was worth a go. So there we go. So that's everything that I had planned to do today. We've got a few fairies to do. And I'm going to leave them white because I plan on painting them this time. And then just get your little pointy tool and make sure they've gone in all the nooks and crannies. We want the legs as well as the leaves and everything. Okay, so there's our little fairies done. Right, now we need to find some more moulds to do, just to fill up. I think what I'll do is I'll do the little bowl again and then I'll do that. Try this elephant first. It's got a little ball there and there's a little bit of pinkness in there, so I'm going to put that in there. And then I think we're just going to have a little spot on. That was a good judge. There you go. Brilliant. So that's the elephant, another elephant done. Right, we just need to. I like to see the match other it actually rather than getting a heat one out because it's a bit powerful that heat one out, but throws it everywhere. Just clean this out because it's black and I don't want the black to stain the bottom of there. And if you're going to be interested, you do need a lot of olive oil paint brushes I roll off the floor. I use my radiator as extra extra space. Oh, that was clever. I don't know, what am I like? Got to make a mess at some point, you know. It's not, I haven't crafted if I hadn't made a mess. Right. So, back, there was a little bit left in there. What am I going to do? I'll just top that up again. No. Add it to the leaf. Right, so then we're just going to add some dyes to this here. Just a spot of colour here and there. I'm just going to do more blue because it's a set then, isn't it? So this one's going to have like a light bluish swirl to it because it's got the white ink pigment powder. Yeah, the white resin in it, and pigment powder. It actually looks quite nice. And then do some swirly bits. Try and get the resin, the ink of the dye to go in the shapes of the. You might find it just goes in its own way once it's settled, whilst it's settling. But if you can manage to get it in the different corners of the, it does give a nice effect if you can follow the vein of the leaf. Make swirls and try not to let the dye settle too much in a one heap, like too thick, because then it'll come through. It won't mix with the resin. It doesn't mix with the resin, and it comes through on the once it's done. You get a bit of a like a damp dye. I'm just going to take some of that out of there. There we go. So that's that done. So that's everything that I'm doing today. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to be doing some diamond painting later, but I have to do that in the other room because obviously I've got no table, and I have got a little table in the other room, and I'll sit on the floor and do it. So I'm just going to tidy up, and then that'll be it. So I'm just going to check the comments. No, you haven't made any more comments. That's lovely. Oh, a match. I want to do that, a match. Yeah. Just to try and get rid of some of these bubbles. That works really well. That's worked well. Right, so let me know what you thought of all the stuff that I've made. Whether you've got any suggestions of what I can do with some of it. Like the elephants. I mean, this elephant's like a little tub. But this one isn't. This one's just a big elephant. Right. Get rid of all my bits of dyes. More over there. That one's in there. Just want to clean the little pink one out. So have you enjoyed that, everybody? Was that helpful or not? Or was it just boring, or what did you think? Please let me know. wipes. So I'm going to finish up in the kitchen, guys, and I'll be back shortly. Talk amongst yourselves and have a think I might be able to do it, and let me know what you thought of this video. And just give me 2 minutes. Well, it appears I've run out of wet wipes, so that's good. Not, I'll have to buy some more of those the weekend. But that's everything clean. Ready just to put away, but I'm not going to squash myself in there in case I knock something, so they'll all get put away later on once the resin's set a little bit. There you go. So what have you all been doing? I know, Jackie, you've been to the zoo with your grandbabies. But what? I can't get in there. Right, I'm going to go now, Jackie, because it's and Danielle. I think Jackie's the only one left on, but I'm going to go now. I'm going to do some diamond painting later. This is the one I'm working on. You see that? It's round and it's got 35 colours. It's from the Easy Whim subscription box. Doesn't say on here what size it is. I think it's about a 30 by 40, something like that. They're not huge. They're easy size to do. I can probably get that knocked up within a day. Well, if I worked on it all day, I could get it done in a day, maybe 2, 1.5. Right. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Please remember to pass on a smile if you get the opportunity to. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.